morning, mama. It is time to wake up and be wealthy. It is time for you to become rich AF.
Sweet.
It is time for more ease, flow, and fun for you. It is time to build a life and business you are madly in love with. It is time to unlock the wealth codes needed to build your business with your dedicated host, me, Nellie Corvo.
One more time.
Nellie Corvo. I am the CEO and founder of the Wealthy Mama Movement, and I want to officially welcome you to the Wake Up and Be Wealthy show. I am the master at sales and social media with over 17 years of experience building brands in multiple industries, resulting in millions of dollars.
Nice.
I've mentored countless women from starting their businesses all the way up to multi-millionaires. I am here to be your go-to mama to help you build an iconic brand that you are proud of that creates massive cash and impact in the world. Without further ado, let's unlock today's episode. Enjoy! It's time to huddle up. Welcome to the Money Shift. I am so excited that you are here for the next 7 days with me. It's you and me and focusing on your business. This is going to be the best business reset, refocus, and re-energize to move you forward, to make you more profitable, to increase your productivity and decrease the amount of time you're spending on your business. I don't want you to have a huge business that is just consuming your whole entire life and exhausting you and not giving you any joy. That is the last thing I want. So this business bootcamp is going to be so good for you to be able to refocus and get clear on how to move forward. We can accomplish a lot in 7 days. So hang tight with me. Check out your best tips to get the most out of this in your email. But every single day I'm going to do a quick lesson with your workbook.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
could you try again?
Siri had an idea there. Okay. But you'll have your workbook with you, and I'll set up the lesson every single day with you, and feel free to respond back and ask any questions to support you and your business. So get excited. The best thing I love to do with starting with a new client is ask you, what do you want to get out of the next 7 days? And I want you to write that down. Probably, I would even suggest write on the front of your workbook what your outcome is that you want. So that way, every single day when you come back to these lessons, you can remind yourself of what you wanted to get out of this. So make it very clear, make it very measurable. Maybe you just want to decrease the amount of hours working in your business. Maybe you're not sure, and that's okay. And you can just put a question mark, or maybe you just want to be open to possibility. I've gone through coaching programs where I get something out of it that I never expected. So there's nothing wrong with just being super open and learning more about you and your business to be able to move forward. So these lessons will be very quick. On purpose. You also have Spark Notes just in case you want to just read those and not watch me talk. That's totally fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So let's get to it. Open up your workbook. We're going to move right into day one. So day one, we are going through and we're going to focus on the past before we can move forward to the present and the future. So I really want you to think about all those money stories in your life, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, but think of all those money stories from your past that have shown up. So these can be specific situations, memories, words, feelings. So whatever you felt growing up that relates to money, I want you to write it down in your past money stories and just fill that space up as much as you can. Then you'll move on to what are your current money stories. And what we're trying to realize with all of this is, what is your relationship with money? What was it in the past? What is it currently? And then we're going to write the future. So think of it, the past 30 days with your money stories and what that has looked like and felt like, and add all of those. And then I want you to think about your future money stories. So these can be related to goals. These can be related to feelings, like how do you want to feel in the future with money that you're not there yet, but you really are committed and you want to feel. So nothing is off the limits. There's no wrong way to do this exercise, but the goal is that you're self-reflecting and really thinking about that timeline with money. I want you to have a really healthy relationship with money, but we can't get there unless we know all the pieces and parts, or most of the pieces and parts that comes with all of those money stories. Cool? So do that. Give yourself like 10 minutes per section. So past 10 minutes, present 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes for the future. If it doesn't take you that long, that's totally cool, but that would be my recommendation for you. Then we're gonna move on to your business budget. So a lot of entrepreneurs, they just check their bank account and they're like, cool, I have money, right? You've been there maybe. And so what I want you to get really clear on is what expenses are coming out of your bank account currently. So the best way to do this is look at 30 days past, 60 days past, but see what has come out of your business bank account, and I want you to write it down in your workbook. It's very helpful if you start with reoccurring, because those are predictable, right? If we know every single month you have already committed to, let's say, $500 worth of expenses, we know that's your baseline. And then you can, of course, add in extras and see what the trend is for extras. Like maybe you order office supplies, but it's not a set amount, but it's a reoccurring in the sense of like, oh, okay, this is something that I'm spending money on frequently. So even if we can do an approximation, that's helpful too, okay? So we have your business budget. Now we get to have a little bit of fun. Before we have fun, you're gonna add up your expense projection. So this would be for 30 days. So it would be great to do the past 30 days and add all of that up. And then I want you to do an expense projection for the whole entire year. Yes. So take 365 days. So you would basically take that month times 12. We're going to be doing a little bit of math and think about what that is. And you could always add a cushion on top of that, but I think it's best to do reoccurring revenue and then maybe a cushion as far as other expenses that you're predicting that will come out. And then I want you to think about, what do you need to reduce or eliminate? Like, this may be a huge eye opener up for you. Like, oh, I'm ordering a lot from Amazon right now and I probably shouldn't be, right? It doesn't matter, but think about all of those expenses. Are they serving you? Are they helping you grow your business? And if not, what can we reduce or eliminate? Now we get to do the fun part. So now I want you to think about your business wish list. Yes, these are things that you've been wanting to do in your business. You know that they will help you grow your business, but you're not there yet. Maybe you don't have enough sales. Maybe it's a part of your money mindset. So I want you to write down all the things. Like if you just had an unlimited amount of resources, what would you invest in your business? And I want you to write that out. If you don't know the exact dollar amount, just put an estimation of what you think it would be. Like, say for example, you wanted to hire a full-time assistant. Well, just put an estimation of their salary down and we can worry about all those little details later. But the goal is that you're getting a general idea of what that is. And then I want you to add up that total as well. And a lot of times we feel like it's so out of reach. And what I'm excited about for this exercise is to be like, oh, this is actually really doable. Like I can make this happen. And the even cooler thing is that we can take it line by line, right? It doesn't mean we have to do all of this at once. We can take the highest priority and do that first. So I'm really excited about that for you as well. Now it's time to go on to our time. How many times have you said, I don't have enough time? Anyone? It's another story, right? It's a limiting belief. We spend more time saying that we don't have enough time rather than just doing the thing, right? And I'm including myself in this. I think everyone struggles with this on some level. So now we are doing a time audit. So I want you to get really clear with where your weekly total is right now and where you want it to be. Again, these can just be approximations, but really think through your sleep, your working out, your learning, your family time. Just think of all those things. Social media is a huge one, right? So if your screen time is not turned on, turn your screen time on. It will track your phone and your computer to see where your time is going with electronics so that you can be better equipped moving forward, right? Knowledge is power. So I want you to think about on your time audit, where are all the hours going? We only have 168 hours in 1 week. A lot of that is sleep, right? So really think through all those little details. Again, just budget it out. But then where I want you to think about is, okay, this is where all my time is going currently, but where do I want it to go, right? Because if we do not allocate where we want it to go, it will be spent, right? It's like $10 in your wallet. It will be spent at some point, right? So we want to tell yourself where you want those hours to go so that we know, and really getting clear on that. A couple of my favorite tips are double dipping. So could you go on a walk and listen to personal development? Or could you go on a walk and be on a call with somebody to get to know them? Or I wouldn't necessarily do a sales call walking because I would want like my full focus, but there's ways to incorporate business into pleasure and vice versa, and exercise to be able to double dip. It's not always possible, but when it is, I think we should absolutely do it. Doing the dishes while you're taking a call, doing some squats while you're pumping gas. Like there's all these really cool little things that we can do if we're so aware of our time and what we want out of our time, right? So being very clear on your priorities and making sure we're using every single minute to our advantage. Also, like one of my favorites is Netflixing. So I'll just relax and watch Netflix and do funnel building or catch up on emails, and it's just something that doesn't need my full attention, but it's like, especially with funnel building, I enjoy it. It's very creative, so like watching a show and doing that feels very self-care focused to me. So just finding what works for you and then leaning into that, and of course breaking up with your phone, breaking up with your computer, so you're not always feeling like you're working is super important. So making sure that you have those boundaries in place too, okay? All right, so let's move on. What is sucking up your time? I want you to get really clear, personally and professionally, what is sucking up your time so that we can reduce it or eliminate it. It's a lot like a budget, right? Then I want you to think about, what can you do about it? What can you do? Can you delegate? Can you put screen time limits on your phone? Can you lock your phone up? Like there's so much that you can do if we lean into it. I think it's so much easier to do those things than try to rewire your brain, right? We need to have boundaries in place rather than saying, I need to change my whole habits and lifestyle. That's so hard, right? It's easier to work with yourself and put yourself in boundaries so that way you can really focus on getting to where you want to go. And then where do you want that time to go? Because again, it's gonna go somewhere. So where do you want that time to actually go? And tell us why. Why is that important to you? And then my favorite for you to do is, what are your top 5 most important activities in your business, okay? So for me, it's working out. It's doing some sort of video. It is Facebook messaging. So I do a lot of my lead cultivation in Facebook Messenger. So getting in there, networking with my ideal person. So going into Facebook groups or going to networking events and really thinking through that. And then the 5th is training and supporting my team and my clients, right? Those are my 5 top priorities, my non-negotiables. When I can do those things, it's been a really, really good day. So I want you to think about what those are for you. So every single day, I'm going to the next page. Every single day, you're gonna have a checklist. I love me a checklist, so I hope you are the same way. So you'll go through and you'll complete your checklist. You will see that there is creating your money door. So I'm gonna put that information in your email. I think you're gonna love doing your money door. It's a lot like a vision board, but it's the door where you leave the house. And this is very important because it symbolizes every single day that you leave the house, you're recommitting to everything on that door. As where a vision board is sometimes in your closet or by your computer, and I really want it to be every single day that you're leaving, you're opening that door, right? It's opening new possibilities. It's very important. So that is your challenge, to create your money door. I really encourage you to enroll your family in it. Ask them what they want on there. So nothing is off limits. Do pictures of where you want to go around the world. Maybe you want to have certain charities that you donate to. So put those charities on there. Maybe you want to build your dream house, or maybe there's a dream car, or maybe there's a certain amount of level of impact that you want to create in your business. So really think about all those things that have been on your heart and in your brain, and I want you to put out pictures. So you can go on Google, print them out. Don't spend a ton of time doing this. We can always add to it, but the goal is to get something on that door, and I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, right? So I'll show you mine. Check it out in the email, but that was one thing that I wanted to call out. on your checklist. But that way, every single day, you're making your checklist and making sure that you have everything complete. So I will see you back tomorrow for day 2. Have a great day. Get to work.
Woo! Is your head spinning? I hope you took so many notes and you feel so inspired. Time truly flies when you're learning about becoming wealthy AF. I hope you loved today's episode. That does it for us on the show. Don't forget, every weekday we unlock another juicy money-making episode. So be sure to subscribe or follow where you're listening to this. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already, to leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform so we can take over the world together. And share a takeaway on social media and tag me at The Wealthy Mama. We love doing spontaneous prize giveaways. So don't forget to tag us with a takeaway so we can reward you as being one of our biggest fans and listeners. Until next time, don't forget, you are worthy of being wealthy. And from everyone at the Wealthy Mama movement, we love you